I am at Hero Robert, RDC Bushenyi. On Monday, as Bushenyi district leadership, together with the senior management of National Water and Sewage Corporation, led by the Managing Director, Engineer Dr. Silva Misha, we had a site inspection and meeting at the Warugo water project, which is in Kakanju sub-county, where we looked at the project which has been in development since 2022, a project worth 11.8 billion Uganda shillings. This project is going to boost the water supply system in Bushenyi, in that every single sub-county and town council in the district is going to benefit under this arrangement. And we totally appreciate this project, which comes in line with the manifesto of the NRM government, led by His Excellency General Kaguta Museveni, of extending water to all Ugandans to a percentage of 100%. And that is why we think that this project supplements all other existing supply sources, including the natural ones, to ensure that our Bushenyi people are adequately supplied with water. While there, I voiced the need to protect our environment and nature if we are indeed to benefit from such projects. A project of that magnitude, the source of the water is from a river which also picks water from the swamps and other natural protected areas. The science or the ecosystem through which rain and water are received also involves forests. So it is really logical and scientific to know that if we do not protect the environment and the swamps dry up, the rivers dry up, the forests disappear, all these projects are going to come to waste. In fact, in some areas you can find projects like this where the pressure is so low because the water source where they were tapping has reduced in magnitude. So we don't want this to happen in Bushenyi. Therefore, my duty now is to ensure that we protect the environment in Bushenyi so that this project serves to the best of its capacity. In doing that, I have ordered police to immediately intensify operations intended to rid our wetlands of encroachers, to rid forests of encroachers, to clear river banks of encroachers, so that nature is given enough leeway to generate for us the amount of water that we need in order for this project to function optimally. Now, we've been having the presidential directive to us as countrymen, and the president has spoken about it a number of times, but we still have people who are defiant in that regard. People who have not understood that we are fighting a genocide of nature. There are people who are killing nature. There are people who are killing us indirectly by encroaching on protected natural resources. There are people who do not understand the science behind rain patterns. People who are failed to understand that our agriculture is being affected by the poor use of our natural endowments. There are people who are failed to understand that the heat wave, which is actually now being called a boiling wave, is a result of the damage we've done to our environment. Now, therefore, as we celebrate the receiving such projects as Warugo, which will extend clean water to people's homes, we must be mindful that we owe the future generations better systems of water supply and a better environment. the way we found it or even better. Therefore, our police, our security teams, we are launching those operations to make sure that we salvage our swamps, and I request members of the public to take this message seriously, because the presidential directive requires us to enforce strictly removing all encroachers and also restoring those areas that have been degraded. So therefore, in Bushenyi, I don't expect anybody to say that they have not heard this message before. We've been educating people. Wherever we pass, we talk to them. And we also expect that by now people have already felt the impact in terms of that heat wave that we are talking about, which in the neighboring country of South Sudan, and I guess in some other countries near us, they were even forced to close schools because people were going to die. In fact, some had died. So are we waiting for that to happen in Bushenyi for us to also say close schools? No. Let's first address the problem early enough so that we are able to live in our Bushenyi and keep it a conducive environment for us to live and prosper and develop together.